Hi guys, welcome to Garage Football. On this episode, we've got the fantastic Baz Cox, who's from Claret Blue Army TV, and James Rowe, who's a journalist and massive Arsenal fan. We're going to be previewing Arsenal versus West Ham United, so please make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the notifications bell, and leave us a comment below. Cheers, guys.
Hi guys, thanks for joining the channel.
No worries, thanks for having us on.
Yeah, but no, what we'll do, Baz, I'll start with you actually. Obviously, for West Ham Arsenal. So Moyes began the season, as one of the favourites to lose his job, first in the Premier League sack race. I mean, Saturday's 2-0 defeat by Newcastle United will, certainly done him no favours. It's obviously early days, second game in the Premier League, but do you think, the pressure will be on for him, if West Ham lose against Arsenal?
Yes and no. From the fans, I think it will. But if I'm honest with you, I think a lot of fans have said give him a full season, and I think you'll see the real David Moyes, and I think that will result in us having a bad season. We got away with it after lockdown. I'll praise him because he did get a reaction from the players. It's hard to tell because I think football was very different then, as we see. I think players shied away. Some players come into their light, felt comfortable without pressure on. West Ham fans, we get on players' backs quite a bit. They've had empty stadiums. They probably ain't felt the pressure as much and relaxed, and maybe that's what got the results. Now, with him having a full season, I've no confidence he'll keep us up. I don't see, and this sounds mad after one game, I don't see three worse teams than us, which I've always seen, and that's what's always given me belief we'll stay up. If he's there all year, I don't think we'll stay up. I don't have confidence we'll be able to keep players until the end of this window. And if they do stay, then I think they'll be gone in the next window, whenever that may be. If it's January, I'm not sure when it is. So for me, he'll be under pressure from media. He'll be under pressure from West Ham fans. I don't think he'll be under any pressure from the owners because all the while he's in charge, they ain't got to worry. He's a yes man. He's not going to sit and demand money for transfer window. It's easy for them, and for him, it's, with all respect to him, and this isn't personal, but, he was out of job before, or out of work, before he got the job with us before. He then had 18 months off, I think it was, and then no one come in for him in that time, but we went back. I think he was out of work for 4 years without an offer. But West Ham offered him it twice. That speaks volumes. And you've only got to look at the time he come to West Ham, Ancelotti went to Everton. Everton were below West Ham in the league. Mate, I'd swap places with them right now, without flicking an eye. You know what I mean? And that's David Moyes. Now, David Moyes was loved by Everton. They didn't want him.
No. I mean, Moyes certainly, you could argue he did a job for last season. If Pellegrini would have stayed, you probably would have been relegated. So
I'm not sure, honestly. I think Pellegrini had faults. 100% he did, but there were still three worse teams, and that's what would have kept us up. And we've moved to that London Stadium, and we've fought relegation battles 3 out of the 4 seasons. And it's only because there's been worse teams. And genuinely, sat here now, apart from Fulham, I'm not overly keen on West Brom, but I don't know who else is that bad. Who's worse than us? You know what I mean? Last year, you looked and you knew what Norwich were worse. You knew that straight away. You didn't even have to think about it. And that's no disrespect to them, but it's that big step. And them sides around us now, when you look to last year, the Evertons, they've all improved. They've all bought well. And we ain't bought a thing still. So I ain't got any confidence.
Yeah, interesting perspective there. I mean, what do you think, Bill? What's your thoughts?
Well, I mean, we obviously did a preview round, didn't we, before the season started? I thought I was being optimistic, saying we're going to finish 14th. And I think even after one game, like Baz said, I think I might have to change my mind. And I think Baz's absolutely right. Fulham, I think, even after one game, I think they look like they're going to struggle this season, possibly West Brom. But it's that third team. All those other sides that are around us have all improved. Newcastle, who beat us with their new signings, are better than us now. We could say Brighton. I think maybe Palace as well with Eze and how they played at the weekend against Southampton. So if we keep the same squad and we don't buy anyone, and if Moyes doesn't change his tactics and change his personnel, I think we could be cut adrift even by October, November because of the fixtures we've got coming up. So, I'm not really feeling optimistic about this game Saturday and for the rest of the season. But then again, it's West Ham. We will put in a random performance out of nowhere and then go on a run like we did after lockdown. Like we beat Chelsea and then start beating the teams around us, Watford, Norwich, etc. But in terms of a sustained, comfortable season, that ain't going to happen, mate.
Yeah, no, good point. I mean, from the other scale, I mean, James, it seems like Arsenal want a bit of a high at the moment. First time in years, FA Cup, Community Shield win, and of course, Aubameyang finally signed the team for 3 years.
They say things come in threes, didn't they?
Yeah.
They say things come in threes, but I think what Arsenal have got to do before the transfer window, we got a squad of 33 now. That's without including the academy. I saw Kolasinac was linked with Bayern Munich, by Leverkusen, sorry, and be interesting to see what happens. We've got to kind of trim it down a little bit and try to find a good spine where you kind of get back to knowing what the Arsenal starting 11 is going to be. I'm not saying that like years ago we could reel it off the tip of our tongue, but if we can get back to a nucleus of knowing 6 or 7 who's going to start every game, I think that will help us going forward.
But, I mean, going back to the actual, the game on Saturday, I mean, start with you, Baz. I mean, what's your thoughts? How do you think the game's going to go?
I'll be honest, I think Arsenal have got better. I'll tell you what I like more than anything with Arsenal. Their discipline's improved under Arteta big time. I used to quite often have a bet on cards and stuff, and I would always look at Arsenal like Xhaka was nailed on every week. I don't know the last time. You're going to tell me you got booked Saturday, but I didn't have a bet. But I can't remember the last time he got booked, to be fair. He looks like he's improved. For a man who got the captaincy stripped off of him as well, no, he's reacted so well, and the manager's got to take a lot of credit for that. Going forward, I think you're as good as most sides, if not all of them. I just still, for Arsenal to compete, I still have that little bit of worry for you at the back. Too much for us. I think we might score 1, but I wouldn't be shocked if Arsenal scored 2 or 3 against West Ham, or 3 or 4. I don't think we'll get anything from your place. We struggled there. We was unlucky last year, but we often get unlucky at Arsenal and come away with nothing. But that's what quality does. I think you'll beat us, if I'm honest, quite comfortably, because I just think times are tough for us at the minute.
Yeah, good point. Bill, what's your thoughts?
Yeah, I can't see us winning or even getting a point. I think Arsenal win quite easily. As Baz said, our record there at the Emirates isn't very good. We've only won there twice, luck always seems to go against us there. I mean, last season should have got at least a point, even won the game. The season before, that was early in the season as well. Probably should have got at least a point. Season before that, even lost 4-1, but it was a lot closer than that. So the luck always seems to go against us at the Emirates. Our record against us, even at home, has not been that great over the last 15, 20 years. So I think that's going to continue. I think confidence in Arsenal at the moment with new signings and Aubameyang, scoring last week and obviously sealing his new contract. And the difference Arteta's made in his short tenure so far, it's been immense. So, and I think you guys were far too much for us. You're playing aside with no confidence, and if David Moyes picks the same 11 like he did last week, you'll walk all over us.
Yeah, I think if there's one thing Arteta's got for us, he's got man management. It seems to be anyway. He can certainly influence the team. He's a great character. He's been promoted now to manager as opposed to head coach. So this is the first time in years that I've actually been confident in Arsenal, going forward at the start of the season. That's not me saying I think Arsenal are going to win the league or anything like that, but I think we're on a journey, and it's going to still, in my opinion, it's going to take a good few years before we can compete for the Premier League and stuff like that. But I think we can challenge with cups. We can challenge for top 4. But you're right, I do agree with you, Baz. I think at the back, I think we still need to strengthen. But I think with Gabriel now, I think he's the kind of central defender we've been lacking for a while. Willian, I didn't know if he'd be a bad, signing in midfield, but, I think he's proved himself the other day with the hat-trick of assists. So, but it's still early days. You just never know. But I see Arsenal winning on Saturday. I feel quite confident. And James, what's your thoughts going into the game Saturday?
I believe Arsenal will win. I think it'll be 2-1. But, we've got to build momentum. We've got some tough games coming up away at Liverpool, home to Sheffield United, away to City, at home to Leicester. It's important to win the second home game of the season, although we did that last season. And that was also without conceding a goal as well.
Yeah, no, good point. I do agree with you on that, James. I mean, guys, score predictions then. I'll start with you, Bill. Would you think the score's going to be?
Well, I think with Arsenal's, threat going forward, Willian, Aubameyang, Lacazette, etc., Pepe, and our brutal defence, who are all over the place at the moment. And even against Charlton in the Carabao Cup, I think we struggled, even though we kept a clean sheet. They had chances. So, I think you have far too much for us. So I think, but I think we will score one. But I think, get outscored a lot. So I think it'll be 3-1 Arsenal.
Yeah, good point. I mean, I'm quite optimistic. I think 3-1 Arsenal, but I think West Ham, you could give us a game. You might even win 1-0, but 3-1 to Arsenal. So, Baz, what's your prediction?
Yeah, to be fair, the shock is, and Bill said it earlier, it would be typical West Ham to go and get a point or something. Problems be forgotten. That's what we do. I don't think we'll win, but it wouldn't shock me or draw. It wouldn't shock me if we went and got something. That's the West Ham way. We've done it for years. We've been in bad form. We've lost to the worst teams in the league. Been put up against the best and got something. So it wouldn't shock me. I honestly don't think we'll get anything. And I was going to say 3 or 4-1 as well to Arsenal, unfortunately.
Yeah, good point. James, a minute ago you predicted 2-1 to Arsenal. Is that your prediction, James?
That is my prediction. I see West Ham scoring. I see Arsenal just about getting over the line. I think it'll be a lot closer than what people think. Obviously with the fact there's no fans as well, it's still quite strange. And it takes a bit of getting used to. Sorry?
You lot don't make no noise anyway.
I fully agree, Baz. If I could change one thing, that would be the thing that I change.
But no, thanks again, guys, and I'll look forward to the game on Saturday.
Yeah, we'll enjoy the game. All the best.
I don't want to wish you too much of that, but let's just make this a good, fair game.
Yeah,
indeed. But no, thanks for watching, guys. Please make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell, and leave us a comment below. Thank you.